Welcome to All Four Downs Top 25. This Tuesday, the College Football Committee would announce their first rankings for the road to the playoffs. In this episode, I will predict and give reasons on why the team should be seated in their respective rankings. Starting with 21 to 25, Oklahoma State, Washington, Maryland, UCF, and NC State. Oklahoma dropped games to TCU and Kansas State, yet they still bounce back and get back in the run for the Big 12 title game. What a comeback for Washington after going 4-8 last season. They are 6-2. Maryland squeezes in the top 25, although losing to Michigan 34 to 27. They will compete against Wisconsin, Penn State, and Ohio State in the next 3 weeks. UCF defeated Cincinnati. UCF head coach Gus Malzahn was fired from Auburn and took UCF to another level. NC State has their hands full with Wake Forest this weekend. Ranked 16 to 20, Tulane, Kansas State, Utah, Wake Forest, and Coastal Carolina. Tulane is running with the American Conference. Head coach Willie Fritz has his team ready at all times. Ranked 16 may be high, but they are winning. Kansas State are 6-2 as they shut down Oklahoma State. Will Howard filled in for Adrian Martinez, and Deuce Vaughn is rushing for glory as the team is prepared for a Big 12 Conference Championship showdown. Utah did not falter when losing to UCLA. They defeated USC, but we cannot forget their loss to Florida. This is why they are under USC. Wake Forest and Coastal Carolina are at 19 and 20. Ranked 11 to 15. Illinois, Ole Miss, USC, Liberty, and LSU. Illinois is a big surprise as they are in first place in the Big Ten West Conference. Despite losing to Indiana, they have run the table in their division. Ole Miss was in the top 10, but losing to LSU 45 to 20 hurt them badly. They can put themselves in the conversation for the SEC championship should they defeat Alabama and hope that LSU loses their game. USC lost to Utah, but the committee may have special plans for them to make it to the top 10. They play UCLA November 19 and end the season against Notre Dame. Liberty is quietly winning games despite that there is no love in the AP polls or the coaches poll. LSU seems to have found their identity. After a rough start against Florida State, they won 4 in a row until they met Tennessee. LSU did defeat Ole Miss and will match up against Alabama this weekend at home. Ranked 7 to 10, TCU, Oregon, North Carolina, and UCLA. TCU is the most dominant team in the Big 12. After going 5-7 last season, they are 8-0 in first place in the conference. Oregon has Bo Nix to thank as he has been superior. After losing to Georgia on week 1, they have won 7 straight games. They will battle Utah on November 19, but they do not have USC in their schedule. North Carolina are 4-0 in the ACC and may find themselves competing in the ACC championship against Clemson. UCLA may have lost to Oregon, but they are still in the run to seek an opportunity for the Pac-12 championship. They host USC in 3 weeks. Now for my top 6 teams with a potential college football playoffs. Now, it doesn't matter what the order is in reality because once they're in the top 4, that's all that matters. The rest is history. But here we go. Number 1, Georgia. The Bulldogs are the defending champions and are undefeated. The biggest showdown of the season will be their next opponent at number 2. Tennessee. The Vols are 5-0 against the AP poll top 25 teams. They could easily become number 1. The key wins were LSU, Alabama, and Kentucky. One of these 2 teams will not be ranked in the top 4 after this upcoming weekend. Number 3, Michigan. The Wolverines have arguably the best defense in the nation. The biggest games will come in the last 2 weeks of their regular season as they match up against Illinois and Ohio State. And speaking about Ohio State, they are ranked number 4. They slid by Penn State in the 4th quarter, but now their focus is for the rest of these games and potentially be and remain in the top 4 should they get by Michigan, which is the last game of the regular season. Just like Georgia and Tennessee, all these teams right here is crucial for their victory because a loss will be a loss for the college football playoffs. Because at 5-6, outside looking in, here we go. I have Clemson and Alabama. Clemson would probably be ranked in the top 4, but here I have them in number 5, looking outside, looking in. They're not the same as when Trevor Lawrence was there. All right, DJ Uiagalelei got benched during the win over Syracuse. The timer is ready for Clemson to come close. Man, I just got a feeling that they're going to get their first loss soon. It might be before the season ends. Alabama, the Crimson Tides have been here before. They suffered a loss to Tennessee 52-49. They have an opportunity for a rematch, but they have to go on the road to LSU and Ole Miss in their next 2 games. That is my top 25 college football rankings. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts on my top 25. If you are new to the show, please hit that subscribe button. It is all 4 downs on the CMG Central YouTube channel.